What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome to Shin Megami Tensei Liberation Dx2, a brand new hero collector brought to you by Sega that of course takes place in the Persona universe. This game is currently in a closed beta, so I thought I'd take a few minutes to show you what this game is all about and if you should be excited for this game when it hits global launch a little later this summer. So let's just jump right in. I'm going to start off with some story quests so you can see what combat is like. This is the current world map that's in the game. As you can see, I've already completed chapter 1 and there are more chapters to go. But of course, since this is a closed beta, I don't like to invest too much time because I don't want my progress wiped. But this will give you a good idea of what the game is like. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a chapter that I've already completed, so I won't spoil any story for you. This is one of those games where the story is actually interesting. It's actually very well translated. It reminds me of Fate Grand Order. Like, that is the last hero collector that I played that I actually cared about reading the story every single time. This is another example of it. So if you want a really good story to go along with your hero collector, this is one of those games. So this is my squad. This is my main character right here. She has her own stats and advantages, and I'll show you that a little bit later in the video. And here are the 4 demons that I'm going to bring into combat. So let's just go ahead and hit battle and I'll show you how the game flows. There is a download all option, so load times are typically a little better than this. As soon as I say that, it takes a little long to load. There's my main character summoning our demons. All right, so here we are in combat. Now, first things first, I have the graphics set on medium. The graphics can look better than this, or they can look worse. So if you have a phone that's not, up to specs, you can bring it down a little bit. Or if you have a beastly flagship phone, you can turn it up a notch. I have autoplay on, so let's go ahead and turn that off just for a second so I can actually show you what combat is. So pretty straightforward. Now, if you see the enemy that I'm going against right here has basically all their stats right here, level 8's fallen, and it tells me exactly what they're weak against and what they're strong against. Now, this is because I fought this demon so many times. The more you fight the demons, the more you know what their weaknesses are. So I know right off the bat that this is weak against wind. So I'm gonna go ahead and use wind to do extra damage. So the elemental system in this game works a little bit different than other games. So it works at the base level. Yes, if you bring the right elemental type, you do increased damage. However, in addition to doing more damage, you also get more turns as well. So you're doing more damage and you're getting more turns to do even more damage once again. So you definitely want to pay attention to what enemies are weak against to kind of capitalize on the damage. So right now, this one is weak against fire and resistant against cold. I don't have those options, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to test out and see if they're weak against wind. So I'm going to go ahead and attack them with wind. They're not weak against that, so womp womp. But as you can see right here on my next character, they are weak against fire, so I'm going to go ahead and use a fire attack. There it is. Weak point does a little extra damage, and I got half a turn. Like if you look up here where I'm kind of tapping my screen up in the upper left-hand corner, these little icons represent turns. So as you can see, I have a half turn here. That's because I actually did the proper elemental damage to a creature. So we'll go ahead and do an AoE attack there. Let's go ahead and test lightning out to see if they're weak against lightning. They are not. Back to you. We'll just go ahead and do a basic attack damage here. Now, as you can see, graphics-wise, it's very well animated. The graphics look fantastic. The backgrounds are varied. So there's a lot to like about the graphic style of this game. And like I said, if you have the hardware, turn it up to max graphics so you can really get a feel for what the game looks like. All right, let's go ahead and do a basic attack here. Now, when you start the fight, you have a full bar of magic points. And of course, all of your skills take magic points, but they do regenerate throughout battle. So let's see who I should fight here. Nobody's weak against wind, unfortunately. But we're going to do it anyway. Yeah, that does like no damage. So as you can see, you really want to bring the right types of enemies. So you're weak against fire, so we'll go ahead and do fire against you. And then, of course, if you get tired, there is autoplay as well. There's also auto stage complete. So there's, all these games have a good degree of grinding, but this game already has, some UI elements and quality of life enhancements to make grinding a little bit easier. Now right now I will turn it on just for a second, but right now I'm trying to give you an idea of what the graphics really look like. When you turn it on ×2 and ×3 speed, the game gets really choppy. I mean, the game is kind of choppy right now, and this is only on medium graphic settings. What I've noticed in this game is that it heats up your phone extremely quickly. So hopefully this game works on emulators. I haven't tried it on emulators just yet because the closed beta is kind of awkward the way you enter in. So I can only do it on my phone right now. But once the game comes out globally launched, let's hope that you can run it on an emulator so you don't have to worry about overheating issues. Because as you can tell, just based off of this video, the game went from running really well to being a little bit choppy now as I record and play the game. It just heats up my phone way too fast. But that's combat. Of course, you get some gold, you get some experience points, you level up, your creatures level up, and you get some loot, and I'll show you what that loot is. So that is the gist of what you'll be doing in the game. And like I said, there is more stages to unlock as well. So let's jump over here and I'll show you the map as well so you kind of get an idea of what else is in the game. So right now there's a place called Hell's Park, which I don't have unlocked, Dx2 Duel, and then Demon Buster. So those are 3 modes that I don't have unlocked just yet. I'll bring this to you once the game becomes globally launched in the future. But I will show you Aura Gate at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that, especially if you played some of the old school Personas. This is gonna kind of give you like a blast from the past on that mode. It does not play like the other modes, so stay tuned for that. So let's go over here to our hideout, and I'll show you all the other aspects of the game currently. So right now, of course, we have the store that is currently closed on the closed beta right now. You can't buy anything and you can't see the prices of jewels right now. So nothing to kind of report on there. Liberator Headquarter is basically just kind of shows you where your missions are and your dailies. So nothing too crazy there. Summoning Portal, of course, is summoning. So let's go ahead and do a summon right now. I only have enough to do 1 summon, but we'll show you what the summon animations and things look like. So we'll go ahead and do a summon. Costs you 100 gems, 1,000 for a multi. And there we go. Oh, wow, she looks awesome. Very cool. All right, so that is a summon. She looks pretty cool. And like I said, I want to turn the graphics on high. I know she can look so much better, but unfortunately, man, I tell you. All right, so that is summons. In addition to summoning, you can also get demons in additional ways. So you can actually fuse demons together in order to create new demons. So let's see if I can do one right now. So we'll go in here and we'll try to fuse. Let's see if we can do this one. And what other examples do we have here? Yeah, let's just try that. Let's just see what happens. So I recognize that one. So you can fuse demons together, of course, by taking some demons that you probably don't care about, combining them, and I'll let you guys enjoy the fusing animation. And there you go. Boom, brand new demon. So that adds a really big aspect to the game, is basically collecting demons through battles and then fusing them together to create bigger ones. In addition to that, there's also a multi-fuse as well. So if you really want to make a really interesting creature, you can basically do a multi-fuse, which takes several different creatures to create one. And it tells you exactly what you need to kind of make that. So I need 1 more of these, and then I can make this creature right up here. So yeah, there's going to be a lot to do when it comes to collecting demons and then fusing them together. So that is that. Also, there is a stage or a feature here called Pandemonium, and this is where you'll spend a lot of time powering up your demons, and I'll just kind of go through this. So you have Enhance is an option, Awaken, Evolve, of course, which brings them up to 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, and then of course there is a brand system, which is basically like an equipment system. Here you can actually, let's use our brand new character here. Of course, I don't want to sell my brands. I got it. So, for example, I can take this new creature that I just unlocked, equip a brand on her. Of course, that gets her some stats, and then I can take that brand and, of course, increase it as well. So this is basically like an equipment system for your demons. So pretty straightforward. And there are set bonuses and everything, so there's a lot to do when it comes to making your creatures powerful. And there you go. I got myself a set bonus, got myself a little bonus for doing so, and that is that. Of course, also, Going back here, you can also upgrade your buildings as well. So your headquarters is kind of like a town in other games. So as you level up and as you play the game more and have more gold, you can actually unlock more features for these buildings in order to make them more efficient and to unlock more features of those buildings. So that is Pandemonium. And then last but not least, I think we've kind of covered everything here. You also have this little passive safe, which basically works like a lot of these other games here. The longer you stay logged off, these things generate currency. And of course, you can upgrade these as well to generate currency quicker and more often. So if I want to generate this more often, I can upgrade it. So now 100 per hour with a maximum of 600. So my safes will just kind of collect currency over time. So that is that. Let's go back here. So I showed you the hideout. As far as the party is concerned, so you can actually unlock multiple liberators, and the reason why you would want to do that is because each one of these liberators actually has different types of strengths and weaknesses. So you want to kind of pair a liberator with creatures that complement each other. So of course, you know, that this is kind of like a long-term goal. Right now in the game, it doesn't really matter who I bring to combat, but as you can see, different liberators have different strengths and weaknesses that they apply to the demons. So that'll give you a little extra layer of strategy on trying to defeat content and things of that nature. And then, like I said, there are skill points as well. So if I want to increase HP by 5%, I can do that. And this is based off of levels, of course. And there you go, upgrading her skills as such. So that is that. Let's see if I can get Megakin to say something. Hold up. You can't hear it. I'll have to show that another time. So that is the party system. Each one of your squads has creatures that they can bring into combat, so you can set up 3 different parties and more depending on how many liberators that can be unlocked in this game. I'm not sure what the actual final count is. And the reason why you would want to do that, and this is where we will go ahead and finalize the video. So like I said, I don't have these other modes unlocked, but I do have Aura Gate unlocked. And what we'll do, we're going to go back to floor 1 here. And as you can see, I can bring 2 of my liberators with me, each with their own set of creatures. And I can enter in here, and the game basically changes to... Wait for it. Wait for it. To old school, like, Persona. So this is like back in the days. Let's try to skip through. Oh, you want to talk to me again? Come on. I'll try to skip through this. I don't want to spoil the story for you guys. So old school Persona, like, so you remember back in the days on the PlayStation version where it was all like in this first person dungeon view. So you can kind of go through these dungeons. Of course they want to just keep on training me on everything. I don't need you. I don't need you. You're ruining everything. I got it. So you can kind of go through this dungeon here and you have a limited amount of steps. So basically what you're trying to do is get to the boss room, pick up items and things off the ground as well. And to, you know, of course, make sure you have enough steps to actually get to the boss. Now, each of the fights that you do in this dungeon, if you lose HP, you lose HP permanently. So you want to find little demons like this to heal you and things like that. Just kind of keep walking through. Oh, got ourselves some combat. And like I said, any damage that you take is stuck on you until you heal it via demons and whatnot. And you can already tell. Why say 100? You're blatantly lying to me. You're not 100% loaded. Come on. I'll go ahead and put it on auto so we can kind of run through this. The tutorial just wants to be all up in my face right now. Like I said, this is the reason why you would bring a second party member. You can switch directly to your other liberator. And you can see the game is tanking right now when it comes to performance. I hope they work on that a little bit. Because like I said, the game runs fine the first 10 minutes. But as soon as your phone heats up, it is game over. This is basically what the game looks like on auto ×3. So it's a bit choppy. I didn't really want to show this part of the game off too much because it doesn't really put the game in a great light. But if you're auto ×3 and you don't really care about what this looks like, you know, so that is that. So I think that'll do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, like I said, this game isn't currently in closed beta. Invites are going out via email. So if you want, you can still register online. I'm not sure how long this closed beta will last. But I will take a look at this game once again once global launch hits to give you a little bit more details of what this game is all about. But that will do it for me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Once again, my name is FG3000. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next video. Oh, you guys want to see this boss, aren't you? Let's go. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. Oh, okay, it's time for me to wake up. All right, let's go in here and fight the boss. I was just about to end the video, but why not? It doesn't even, this is the funniest loading screen. It doesn't do any other percentage other than 100. What is that? It literally just starts at 100. Lion, lion, lion. So that is where I will kind of end the video here, guys, and I'll let you just enjoy the combat. I'm FG3000. See you next video. Later.